How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so today's video, I wanted to explain why is it that, I've been going for the A series devices from Google instead of continuing with flagship devices that, they've rolled out. And it's very, very simple, very clear cut and dry. Before I get into that, you guys could do me a solid and smash the like button. I would absolutely, truly appreciate that. As well as if it's your first time here and subscribing to the channel, I appreciate you guys for doing that. Turn on bell notifications so you guys don't miss a video upload or when I go live. But yeah, for the most part, let's kind of talk about it, right? So my most recent purchase is the Pixel 9a. And so far the experience has been pretty good and I'm enjoying that experience, and to me, I feel like I made a good purchasing decision. Now there is the Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro and the Pixel 9 Pro XL, so there are other options in the 9 series I could have went for. I could have went just for the base model Pixel 9, and people kind of just feed me that it's more premium feeling, it's more of that. And really, like I said, it's a simple reason why I just decided to focus on getting the A series devices as my next device to upgrade to. That is simply affordability. Okay, when I get advice from people and they're like, why get the Pixel 8a? Just get the Pixel 8, it's like $100 more. Why get the Pixel 7a? Just get the Pixel 7, it's $100 more. I think the missing thing that people are not thinking about when they say this is the more part. I am not trying to spend more money on a smartphone to have an upgraded experience. All right, I had the Pixel 7. I use it. It's a great phone. It's the last flagship device I've ever used. It was gifted to me by the community, so the Pixel 7, great experience. And I can tell you guys the Pixel 7a gave a very close representation of that experience. There are some things with the Pixel 7a that are not identical to what the Pixel 7 is offering, but for the most part you get mostly everything that the 7 has in this. And yes, one of the big things people are like, well, it's plastic built. I gotcha, it's plastic built, but the plastic build doesn't bother me. Yeah, again, like everybody has an opinion and it's subjective, right? People have to have a glass sandwich phone because if it's not glass, it's just not right for them. And that's totally fine. And that's why you should spend your money making sure that you buy a device that is, glass and metal built. For someone like me, I'm more of a software guy. I'm mostly focused on the software and not so much on the hardware. Like, does the hardware matter? Absolutely, it does. Okay, software can't run on something that's using such a cheap processor, right? You can't have it function, right? If it's got like a 1 milliamp hour battery, right, you're not going to be able to power the sucker on and use it for what it is, right? So there are points where hardware does matter, but it's not going to outweigh if the software is fluid, the fluidity of the software. That's where it becomes a problem, where I say that software matters more than hardware. A lot of these devices are bringing a near experience, which is kind of one of the things that was talked about with Google and the very first A series device, the Pixel 3a. When that came out, that was one of the things they said on stage at Google I/O was, this is the Pixel 3a. This is what we did to make it affordable for people, and it pretty much brings a near-like experience, almost similar to the Pixel 3. And it did. I had the Pixel 3 and then I gotten 3a, and I had used them side by side, and I was very impressed on how close the software experience was from the Pixel 3a to the Pixel 3. Of course, you could definitely see that there was the underlying issue, right? A Snapdragon 600 series processor chip versus a Snapdragon 800 series processor chip. That obviously, can be seen. But over the years, the A series has developed itself, going further and further and further. Like with these are the Tensor chapter Pixel A series devices. So these give a very close representation to the base flagship model. just in a cheaper form factor. $100 less, $100 less, almost close to $300 less. That's significant in a day where everything costs more, meat costs more, gas is high priced, you know, everything's going up. People are talking about the spike in taxes, the spike in cost of products because of tariffs, all those things, whatever it may be. But the thing is that why should I feel like it's a better value to spend more money just for premium glass or premium, you know, titanium rails or anything like that, when I can just spend $100 less, get the same experience as the base model flagship, and make decent sacrifices like polycarbonate built rather than plastic? You know, those things is what matters. So that's just the reason why I prefer the Pixel A series over its flagship counterpart. It's not that there's anything wrong with the flagship counterpart. It's just I'm in the mood, I'm in the business of saving money. That's just me. What say you? Drop your thoughts, comments, emotional outbursts in the comment section of the video. Smash the like button if you guys enjoyed what I had to say in this video. Thanks for checking it out. I'll talk to y'all later.